They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, but what kind of story do those words form? In the case of the next 10 images, the story is creepy, disturbing, and tragic. Here are 10 photos with disturbing backstories. Number 10. What do you see when you look at this image? Most would say they see a couple of friends at a party. Well, that isn't completely wrong. However, one of the boys in this photo is a murderer. Tyler Hadley, who was 17 years old when this photo was taken, decided he wanted to throw a huge house party and told all of his friends of his intentions. However, his parents weren't so keen on the idea and quickly denied Tyler. And Tyler was not happy. The following Saturday afternoon, during a Facebook conversation, he claimed he was trying to have his party and how his parents were leaving soon. A few hours later, he posted on his Facebook that he may be having a party that night. And finally, by that evening, he was telling his friends that the party was on. He even said, "They won't be coming back tonight, trust me," referring to his parents. Around 60 teenagers partied in Tyler's house that night, without realising that Tyler's parents were dead in their bedroom with their heads bashed in. Tyler had bludgeoned his parents to death with a hammer earlier that day. I wonder if his one night of fun was worth a lifetime in prison. Number 9. I suppose bones and bodies aren't a completely horrifying sight when inside catacombs. However, this particular body holds a scary and somewhat sad story. The Odessa catacombs in Ukraine is a famous spot for local urban explorers. However, one urban explorer got more than he bargained for. According to him, while exploring the catacombs in April 2005, he came across this decomposing body a long ways from the entrance. It turns out that a group of teens were having a New Year's party in the catacombs. After they all got extremely drunk, one of the girls was separated from the group and wandered off in the wrong direction. She spent 3 days in pitch darkness, slowly dying of dehydration and starvation, completely alone and afraid. Number 8. This picture is creepy enough alone, however its backstory is truly spine-chilling. This is a Polaroid photo found by a woman in 1989 in a grocery store parking lot. The photo was lying in the spot where a white van was parked. The girl in the photo is thought to be 19-year-old Tara Kaliko, who disappeared a year before the photo was found. The boy's identity is still unknown. The most disturbing thing about this image, however, is that the people in this photo have still not been found to this day. This is the last trace of Tara and the young boy anyone ever found. Number 7. This image looks innocent enough, looks like nothing more than a clown at a birthday party. However, that isn't just any clown. That is infamous serial killer John Wayne Gacy, dressed as his clown persona, Pogo the Clown. Gacy was responsible for the sexual assault and murders of over 33 young men and boys. It's scary to think that the man entertaining your child's birthday party could be the same man that murdered dozens of innocent people. If you want to learn more about the killer clown John Wayne Gacy, click the annotation on screen or the link in the description for a video I did on the full story behind his killings. Number 6. These simple yet powerful photos actually show the very last moments of someone's life, stained into concrete. What you are looking at are what are known as the Shadows of Hiroshima, located in Japan. Much like the people frozen in ash in Pompeii, these shadows are all that remain of the people who were outside on the days that America dropped nuclear bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. This was the act that ended the fight between Japan and America during World War II. These people were literally scorched onto the earth. They'll forever serve as a reminder of the sacrifice of war. Number 5. At first glance, this looks like any regular high school photo that would appear in any yearbook. However, many of the students in this photo wouldn't make it to graduation. This photo is actually a photo of the students of Columbine High School in 1999. the same year that Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold would go on their mass shooting of the school. 13 people were killed and 20 more were injured before the two teen boys turned the guns on themselves. This isn't just why the photo is creepy. If you look carefully, you can actually see Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold in the photo. Even more disturbing, however, is that they're miming guns, aimed directly at the camera. Number 4. This appears to be a very nice photo of a father and daughter. It would be nice if it weren't for the events that took place moments after the photo was taken. This photo was taken in 1998 in Northern Ireland during a time of turmoil with a group known as the IRA, or the Real Irish Republican Army. The IRA carried out many terror attacks in a bid to make the entirety of Ireland an independent state. You might be asking, what does that have to do with this photo? See the red car in the right of the photo? Well, there is actually a car bomb in that car that went off moments after the photo was taken. Luckily, the man and the young girl in the photo survived. However, 29 other people were killed in the explosion. Number 3. It's very rare that you get to see the final moments of someone's life, especially if that person was murdered. This is a picture of Travis Alexander, who was brutally murdered moments later by his ex-girlfriend Jodi Arias, who is also the photographer here. They separated after a 5-month relationship, but continued having sex. After spending the night together in 2008, Travis jumped into the shower, where Jodi took this photo, and where Jodi shot him, stabbed him 24 times, and slit his throat ear to ear. I think the creepiest part about this photo is the look on his face. Just knowing that you're looking into the eyes of a man who would be brutally murdered moments later. Number 2. This CCTV image looks like your average scene from any English shopping centre. However, this image holds a darker secret. What looks to be 2 children leading their younger sibling through the crowd of people is actually the last time 2-year-old James Bolger was seen alive. After being taken to the shopping centre by his mother, James was lured away by 10-year-olds Robert Thompson and John Venables. They took him a few miles across Liverpool, where the boys dropped James on his head and pushed him into a canal before they arrived at a local railway line. The boys then tortured the 2-year-old. They threw paint into his eyes, threw stones and bricks at him, even going so far as to dropping a 10-kilogram railway spike onto him. James sustained 42 injuries before dying. However, it couldn't be determined which one was the fatal blow. Both Thompson and Venables were released in 2001 with new identities, as they were no longer deemed dangers to society. It just goes to show that even children had the capacity for evil. Number 1. We've seen a few photos on this list of people's final moments. However, this one is the most disturbing. This is a picture of 14-year-old Regina Kay Walters. She was abducted by Robert Ben Rhodes, a serial killer who toured the country in his 18-wheeler, which he fitted with a torture chamber in the back. After torturing Regina in his mobile torture chamber for weeks, Rhodes took Regina to an abandoned barn in Illinois, where he cut off her hair, forced her to change into a black dress and heels, and murdered her mercilessly. Rhodes took this photo moments before killing her.